So welcome to Aromas of the World. My name is Jacqueline Hudson and I'm your host. And today we are here to explore the connection between song, soul, and culture. Our guest today is Mr. Gideon AYO. And Gideon is the man behind Geesaks. So welcome, Gideon,
Thank
to
you
Aromas
very much.
of the World.
Thank you, Jackie.
So Gideon,
Such a
today,
pleasure being here.
yeah, and we're happy to have you.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit of when your musical journey began.
Okay. I started musically. I started, say, when I was like 8, 9 years old. You know, from the junior choir, which I think a little earlier than that. But let's say I became more conscious of my music. Prowess. 8, 9 years old. You know, from the junior choir, very good in the junior choir. You know, and we moved from the junior choir to the senior choir, and because I was very good in the junior choir, I was, actively engaged in the senior choir once I moved into the senior choir. And it's been like that till, I actually didn't start playing the saxophone from the beginning.
Oh, I was going to ask you why the saxophone?
Yes, I was going to come into that.
Yeah.
I started with the singing and the piano. The saxophone made the singing. I am actually a singer who plays the sax. That's where I choose to identify myself. But the saxophone came sometime 2009, late 2009, early 2010. Wow. Yes, because I do this training for choirs, music directing, consulting for choirs, and there was this church, this Redeemed church I went to consult for, and they had the saxophone just lying down. Most Redeemed churches in Nigeria, they have the saxophone. It's like a trademark instrument. So this church just had one, just in the store, nobody played it.
It was just there waiting for you.
Waiting for me, and that was how I picked it up and started.
So did you have any mentors, that you saw before playing the saxophone and you thought maybe I want to be like him?
Funny enough, I used to see myself playing the sax in the drain. Wow. Yes,
so I've always loved vision.
Yes, I've always loved the saxophone, but I didn't have the opportunity to. And one of the persons who really inspired me to love the saxophone is Kenny G.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, you're aiming high.
Yes, inspired me, a lot of his tunes, and I'm like, whoa, I really love to play this thing. And so it's been something inside me waiting to find expression. So once I got that opportunity to see that saxophone in the church, whoa, I'm like, okay,
wow,
this is a good opportunity. And I picked it up, got a teacher, and here I am today.
So how would you describe your song, your style of saxophone playing?
Afro jazz, soul.
Okay.
Yes, I actually want to interpret what I sing with my sax. But it's just that a lot of people who eventually found me playing the sax, they don't even want to know about my singing part.
Oh.
So they just want to hear me play. But whenever eventually they hear me sing, they're like, whoa, I didn't know you could sing like this.
Okay, so next time we have to hear you sing.
Most likely.
Wow. So, music has its own aroma.
Yeah.
So what would you describe your saxophone song? What aroma would you attach that to?
What would I say now? Now I love my sound to give people that experience where once they hear it, and that's actually the compliment I get each time I play, it has a way of inspiring people and giving them that connection, that soulless connection. So when they hear me play, especially when there's some songs that I play, maybe I'm a Christian, so when I play some worship songs, it helps them worship.
Takes them to a higher place.
Takes them to that plane where they're like, whoa, I'm just there. So that's one aroma that, it gives when I play.
Is there anything from your personal cultural roots you find attaches you to this music?
Yes. Also growing up, one person whose sound that I love is Fela. He's a popular Afro. He's actually the king of Afro. He's passed, yes. He's a popular guy in Nigeria, while he was alive, and even till now, he's still the signature. There's this sound, Afro sound that he exudes, and he made Afro music very much popular, that is even studied in some music colleges today. So I actually had quite a bit of influence from his style of play.
Okay.
Yes. So
Right.
when I do my compositions, I have that touch, that feel, of Afro as well. But bringing it to contemporary, that Polish, jazz feel, that people crave for, that brings that depth, of sound.
Wow.
It's one of the things that's actually, my style.
So, what kind of emotions do you want people to feel when you play your music?
I mean, like I said earlier, it's a spiritual depth. Yeah, you want to pray, you need something that will take you to that realm. Just play my sound. You want to meditate, you need something that will give you that atmosphere of deep meditation.
Wow.
Just play my sound.
Wow.
Yes, so
Wow,
that's
wow.
one part that's very key for me.
Wow, wow. Well, you know what? I hear you because I heard you play before, and that's exactly how I felt. So
Yeah.
you know what? It's powerful.
Right,
It takes
thank
you.
you.
I could attest to this. It takes you to another place. You
Thank
know.
you.
So I know that you play at concerts, you play at events. What projects? Do you have anything upcoming?
We just finished one. You were there. It's Gospel Through Jazz. Yes. I just had a concert.
And it was beautiful.
It's beautiful,
I must say.
yeah.
Yes.
There's one coming up next year. It should actually two. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag fully,
Okay,
but I'll just
okay.
give a feel. It's one of it is not going to be in a regular hall. It's going to be in a special place, on water. If you want to see that,
Wow.
if you want to have an experience of that,
Okay.
next year it's
All
going to
right.
be big, and the second one is going to be, a concert in a hall and all of that. But it's going to be mind blowing, something you've never seen before.
Okay.
Because I'm a very creative person.
This guy is creative.
And I have, I get inspired by a lot of things. I get
Right.
inspired. You could just be talking with me and you just say one word that just gives me an inspiration for something. Or I just hear a child singing, or a child just makes a sound. I'm like, oh, I think I could hear a cock crow,
Wow.
and that just inspires the sound, and there's something that just comes. So there's a lot coming up next year.
So that's because
Watch
you
out.
have the air for it.
Yes.
And I would say it's a gift.
Yeah, it is.
It's
It
a
is.
gift.
It is actually.
So Gideon, what has music done for you?
Music has done a lot for me. A lot for me. I mean, especially the saxophone. There are platforms that I never dreamt or I never thought I could climb. This has taken me there. I mean, I was on my own, just doing my thing. And back in my country, Nigeria, I got a call from the Russian embassy.
Wow.
Yes. I mean, man, we've seen your videos. We'd love you to, play for us for our next event. And I've played, before I came over, I played for them for about 8 years.
Wow.
I got a call from the British embassy. Well, like the Queen's birthday, where the Commonwealth countries celebrate her birthday every year. And they're like, man, we've seen your videos. Somebody from the Russian embassy actually referred me to them, and they saw my videos like, whoa, we want to watch you play.
Amazing.
And even when Prince Charles visited Nigeria then, I was one they called to say, you're going to play for him in
Wow.
Abuja. Yes. I mean, it's taken me to platforms that I never dreamed I could, have climbed.
Amazing.
Much more. So,
Have you ever thought about teaching the saxophone?
yes, actually, I did mention that part. I teach the saxophone. I teach voices, how to train the voice. Or rather, I train the voice of students, especially kids. I focus more on kids because that's the next generation. So we have to invest a lot, into them. I train choirs as well. Right? I teach the saxophone. I have quite a number of students I've trained, who are doing pretty well today. And something else I do is whenever I go for my events, I take one or two of my students, they play,
Okay.
so I'm exposing them to what they should, expect
Amazing.
in their music journey.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's so good to hear. It's nothing like following your dream.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
as we said, it's a gift that has been given to you.
Yeah.
And you're sharing that aroma now with the world.
Yeah.
Because whoever comes in your path and they get affected, if I want to say so,
Exactly.
with the saxophone.
Exactly. Videos. Why do you want to share your aroma with videos?
You know what? I love people. And I love connecting people together. And I believe that all of us have something that we carry. You can carry a good aroma or a bad aroma. But today we're talking about positive changes. And so I wanted to get people together, to share their stories in my kitchen, because I love food also. And I thought to myself, yeah, but there's so much more when we think about the aroma, right? And there's the aroma of music, there's the aroma of dance, there's the aroma of so much. So why not share it with the world? Since I love people, I wanted to connect the world, and I thought this is the best way to do it. So get on there, let people tell their stories, because stories can change the lives of other people.
Whoa.
And so it can motivate other people. There's many young people out there, and I know music takes you to a different level. And so I thought, if we talk about music, there's some child out there who's maybe they feel like, you know what, I'm not valued, I'm not worth anything. Maybe I can't speak, but I can play. So I hope today, with this interview that we had, I hope somebody out there can be motivated to move higher. And hearing your story today, hearing where music has taken you and the doors it has opened for you, it can do it for somebody else. So that's my vision, that's my hope, and that's my dream. And I look forward to doing more of this, as I know continue to looking forward to sharing your aroma with the world.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's the plan, that's the hope.
One last question. Where do you see this in the next 5, 10 years?
Well, I was to ask you that question. So, you know what? I see myself traveling the world and meeting people in places where they feel that they didn't have a voice, to be their voice, to take their voice to other parts so other people can know, you know what, there's something good happening here. So this is why I named my channel Aromas of the World. So my vision is big and wide.
Wow.
And the same I'll ask of you. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
I mean, I want to touch everyone in the world with my sound.
So we're on the right page.
Right.
I think we'll be rolling together, Gideon.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yes. That's great.
Definitely.
That's great. It's the same vision.
Yeah, same vision.
That's
same
great.
Vision.
That's
same
great.
Vision.
All right. So Gideon, tell us how we can connect with you. How could we find you if we want to have, a little bit more?
You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. On Instagram is Geesaks Music. Geesaks Music. Geesaks Music. That's on Instagram. On Facebook, still Geesaks Music. On YouTube, Geesaks Music. Just look up these three platforms. On TikTok, Geesaks Music. You'll find me there.
So I don't want you to miss out. I want you to tap in. I have experienced this aroma, and I would love you to experience this aroma too. So thank you, Gideon, today for coming and sharing your story and your gift with us. And your music carries an aroma to places like, the unknown. and to our viewers, Thank you for tuning in to Aromas of the World. Remember to like us and share us as we continue exploring aromas of culture, creativity, and community. So we look forward to seeing you next time on Aromas of the World. Thank you.
Peace, peace, peace.
All
Catch ya.
right.